Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. Maybe the MVP this year, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field. You know, it's going to be cold. The game is Sunday. It's the 1 o'clock game on Sunday. So it won't be like as cold as it is now. You know what I mean? It'll be during the middle of the day. But I'm hearing the temperatures are going to be somewhere around 30. That's still cold to me. You know, I live in Florida, you know what I mean? But it's going to be tough, man. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's making the quarterback position at a high level, MVP type level. He's making it look easy. I mean, the way he throws the ball, the quick release, it just looks like that. You know what I mean? Flick of the wrist, and he goes 50, 60 yards. Throwing DOTs, that's what I call them. DOTs, throwing them dots, you know what I mean? Incredible accuracy. Just a flick of the wrist, man. Anticipation, throwing guys open. Just amazing, you know what I mean? I mean, you've got two teams. One team, Aaron Rodgers, he's only thrown 5 picks all year. None at home, you know what I mean? They're dominant at home. Averaging, I think, like 39 points a game at home. You know what I mean? 8-0 at home, haven't lost a game. But my Cowboys, hey, don't count us out now. We 8-0 on the road. We're dominant on the road. We average like 34 points a game, you know what I mean? So, on paper, this game could be a shootout, you know what I mean? Whoever has the ball last type of situation, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you've got two things there. Something's got to give, you know, something's got to give. But I'm hearing a lot of people say, oh, Aaron Rodgers, Lambeau Field, they're tough at home this year, which they are. But his playoff record, I believe he's, what, 1-2 at Lambeau Field and during the playoffs? The most dominant. I've seen better. I believe he's threw like 4 touchdowns, 1 interception at home. He beat the Minnesota Vikings back when they had, was it Joe Webb at quarterback, like a third-string quarterback. You know what I mean? They lost to the 49ers last year. They got dominated by the Giants 2011. I mean, his playoffs numbers at home aren't that good. I mean, I believe when they played the 49ers last year, it was like 5 degrees, -10, wind chill, things like that. I think the Vikings game was like 30 degrees. I mean, so he's played in cold weather in the playoffs at home, and he hasn't, you know what I mean, he hasn't put up great numbers you think Aaron Rodgers would. You know what I mean? Now, this year, the boy's on point. Can't deny that. I mean, he's probably going to be the MVP. I mean, to me, is what MVPs: Aaron Rodgers, DeMarco Murray, Tony Romo, Tom Brady, and then 5 and 6 are right there. J.J. Watt, Russell Wilson, anywhere in there. But those top 4 guys, I wouldn't argue if one of those 4 guys got it. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure the voters, they're probably going to give it to Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? I wouldn't argue with that looking at his numbers. You know what I mean? Especially what he's done at home. You know, but it's going to be a big game. It's going to be cold. But I've been saying, everybody's been saying it all year, the brand of football that we play, we're built for that weather. We're absolutely built for that weather. You know what I mean? Hard-nosed, tough running game, dominant offensive line, great running back, and we just run the ball. You know what I'm saying? We're #1 in the league at time of possession. You know what I'm saying? Just over half the game. So if we can play keep away, I mean, keep the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, you know what I mean, and put pressure on him every time he has the ball. You gotta score. You gotta score. Which he can, you know what I mean? But I seriously doubt every time he has the ball he's gonna score. You know what I mean? But we do dominate time of possession. #1 in the league, you know what I mean? Because of the running game, you know what I mean? It's gonna be tough, man, and between us, when you try and break these things down, like I try and do, you look for common opponents. Seattle, you know, week 1, even though it was early in the year, obviously week 1, they go up to Seattle and they struggle to put up 16 points. You know what I mean? Get dominated, 36-16. We go into Seattle and we dominate them. We put up 30. They barely put. I mean, if it wasn't for the block punt and the snap from Travis Frederick to Romo when he was still audible, we dominated Seattle. I mean, the score says 30-23, but we dominated them. You know what I mean? But they played them early in the year. We played them early in the year. Both teams are different. No doubt about that, man. But that's just one thing if you want to look at it as far as having a common opponent, things like that. Now for the Cowboys, what's going to be big, in my estimation, is our Rolando McClain, our middle linebacker, having a big physical linebacker like him to tackle the big physical strong running back, Eddie Lacy. I mean, Eddie Lacy's a big boy. Eddie Lacy is a big boy, man. So having McClain to be able to just tackle him, not saying nobody else on our defense can, but, you know what I mean, Bruce Carter, Anthony Hitchens, and Wilbur, those guys are a little undersized, you know what I mean? And compared to Eddie Lacy, and Rolando McClain has the physical nature and the way he attacks the running game and attacks the ball. That's just what he does. If you can just have him being able just to slow down or just be able to take on Eddie Lacy head on and slow him down somewhat, that'd be huge, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, I mean, division round of the playoffs, I'm pretty sure he's trying to do everything he's going to do to play. They're trying to slow him down as much as they can, keep him fresh, ready for game day. So I'm pretty sure he's going to play. And Anthony Hitchens, he's not practicing. He's in and out of practice with a high ankle sprain. I mean, these are, I mean, it's the NFL. These are professional football, the competitors. They're going to want to play. But McClain's going to be, hopefully he goes, he's going to be huge for us, man. No doubt about that. A lot of people talk about our defense, you know, saying it's suspect, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, we have an average defense, you know what I mean? But one thing we are good at, I think we're number 8th in the league. I think it's number 8. Or I know we're in the top 10. I believe it's 8th as far as stopping the run. And Green Bay, they don't run the ball that well. You know what I mean? There can be a play or two, maybe even a game where Eddie Lacy can kind of get going. But at the end of the day, they're going to put the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hand. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? So if we can slow down Eddie Lacy, like I said about Andrew Luck in week 16 and the Colts and the Lions wild card weekend, you know, if we can make you as great as Aaron Rodgers is, as great as he is, if we can make you one-dimensional, we can make plays. We can make some, that defense can make, we're average defense. We're average now. Now, Green Bay's defense isn't that, you know what I mean, they're average as well, so let's not count that out, saying like Green Bay 85 Bears right here, their defense is they're just about average as well when you look at the numbers. And I'm going to break some of the numbers down later on in the video, you know what I mean? So you can get a better understanding of what I mean. They're just about average in a lot of statistical categories, just like our defense. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are just kind of overlooking that and just say, oh, Cowboys defense can't start nobody. Well, our defense won the game last week. You know what I mean? They had to do it twice, but we made the play, you know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so we're number 8th against the run, so we can slow down Eddie Lacy, which I mean, he's gonna make a play. I mean, just him being physical, big and strong, he's gonna break a tackle or two. You know what I mean? Get a key first down run, things like that. I don't think he's gonna go off for 120, 125 yards. He may have about 70, 80, something like that. I can definitely see something like that happening. No doubt. You know what I mean? Now Tyrone Crawford, the last few weeks now. He's playing the defensive lineman. He's playing the run very well. I mean, he is playing the run very well. I mean, he's not getting the sacks, which will be playing inside lineman. You know, I think he usually plays like the 3 technique. He usually plays a 3 technique. I mean, we're not really asking you to get a lot of sacks. You know what I mean? But he is stuffing the run very. He's not loaded with talent. He's going to just fight hard and hustle. Like, man, if you look at the film on Tyrone Crawford, he is hustling, man, getting to the ball, and he's one of the main. Him and McClain are some of the main reasons why we are top 10 as far as stopping the run. I believe we're number 8. We are number 8 at stopping the run as far as an NFL ranking. You know what I mean? He's playing he's stopping the run very well, man. So he'll probably have a few tackles for loss against Eddie Lacy. You know what I mean? Maybe be able to push the middle of the pocket, collapse the pocket somewhat on Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? So, but he's playing very well against the run, man, no doubt, man. We're average. We give up 22 points a game. I mean, that's about league average, you know what I mean? 22 is not, I mean, it's average. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to really say it. I mean, but Green Bay, they're giving up like 21.8. You know what I mean? Nobody's really talking about Green Bay's defense. That's 21.8. We're 22. Basically the same. You know what I mean? This is talking about some of the statistical breakdowns as far as our defense and their defense is top 10 against the pass. You know what I mean? We're like, we're pretty bad, like in the 20s. You know what I mean? We're number 8 against the run, but they're pretty bad against the run. You know what I mean? So each team, each offense's strength is the other defense's weakness. You know what I mean? Their strength is passing the ball. Our weakness is the secondary. Our strength on offense is running the ball. Their weakness on defense is stopping the run. You know what I mean? And you look at the numbers they put up at home, the numbers we put up on the road, could be a shootout. My Romo's December numbers, well, Aaron Rodgers' playoff numbers at home, they're not that, they're okay at best. At best, they are okay. I mean, he beat a third string quarterback in Joe Webb with the Minnesota Vikings a few years ago, and he only scored 24 in that game. You know what I mean? But I mean, so I mean, I'm not knocking Aaron. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking Aaron Rodgers. I'm not crazy. I'm not knocking Aaron Rodgers, man. One of the best to ever do it. You know what I mean? Probably gotta be the quickest release I've ever seen, no doubt. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, hey, it is. Look at the numbers, man. It is. When today's NFL, everybody's talking about fantasy and things like that. Everybody loves numbers and stats and yards. Look at Aaron Rodgers' playoff record at home, man. Just look at it. Just look at it, man. Cold weather games at home during the playoffs. That's all I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? I think us and Green Bay, we're both tied. We both had 18 interceptions on the year. Now, our interceptions have gone up in the last few weeks, especially in December. We're getting a lot of, I mean, our defense is just playing better. I mean, as a team, we are clicking in the month of December. I mean, the pass rush is getting there. I mean, if Spencer and DeMarcus Lawrence can fire off the edge and make things happen, man, we've got a pretty good defense, man. Not great, just pretty. If those two guys can get it going, I know it's only one game for DeMarcus Lawrence. Anthony Spencer's knee, you know what I mean? But if we can get those guys to come off the edge with some success, Green Bay, they're giving up over 21 first downs a game defensively. I mean, if you're giving up that many first downs, that means that a lot of teams are able to sustain drives against you. Your defense is not getting off the field. And the Cowboys, we're #1 in the league at third down, first down, getting first down percentage. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like 43%. Now Green Bay's #2 with Aaron Rodgers, but we lead the league at that and time of possession. You know what I'm saying? So if it's 30-1, 30-2, we can go to DeMarco. We just got. I've been saying it for. We've got so many weapons, man. I mean, they have a hard time stopping. I can say they can't. They have an extremely hard time stopping the run. You know what I mean? They had a hard time doing it against Seattle week 1. It was week 1. They haven't faced an offensive line like ours. You know what I'm saying? NFL's leading rusher. I mean, they're not going to be able to slow it down. I just don't see that happening, because what's going to happen is, now what they have done to help with their run defense is that they put Clay Matthews an inside linebacker, a middle linebacker, to help slow down the run. But if you do that, that's going to hurt your pass rush. That's what Clay Matthews does best. He rushes the passer, him and Julius Peppers. You know what I mean? So even if you did have Clay Matthews rushing the passer, I mean, we got Tyron Smith at left tackle. I like that matchup in our favor. No doubt. I mean, I'm not knocking, you know what I mean, Clay Matthews, but I definitely like that matchup with Tyron Smith and Clay Matthews. Even if they put him on the other side, man, you got Julius Peppers and Tyron Smith. I definitely like Tyron Smith in that matchup. It's this point in Julius Peppers' career. But we got Jeremy Parnell. Now, him and Clay will probably get the best of him on that. You know what I mean? But Parnell is playing better. You know what I mean? You may have to chip him a little bit. But if we doing that, if Clay is coming around the edge, then we're going to send DeMarco right up the middle between the tackles, man. You see what I'm saying? Pick your poison. You know, because they have a hard time stopping. Now, this secondary is top 10. You know what I mean? But they're going to have a hard time stopping the run. You know what I mean? And their secondary can be lit up. Julio Jones. I think it was a week 14, week 15, Monday Night Football in Atlanta Falcons. Julio basically almost had a miracle comeback for the Atlanta Falcons by himself. Then he got hurt. He lit him up. You know what I mean? So the secondary can be beat, but we're gonna, because I mean, Green Bay's run defense is nowhere near as good as Detroit's. I mean, who is? They're nowhere near as good as Detroit. You know what I mean? DeMarco still is able to get 75 yards. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to have over 100 yards in that game rushing. That's just me. I mean, I want to say 125. I mean, he's going to put up numbers in that game. Now, if it's a shootout, you know what I mean, the way Romo's playing, he's not turning the ball over. He's holding on to the ball a little bit too long. He's not turning it over. He's playing smart football. don't want to get into a shootout, but if we do have to, and we got weapons, Dez Bryant. I mean, Dez Bryant scored no touchdowns. Terrence Williams was the one who scored 2. Colton Witten, you might as well change his name to Mr. Third Down. Mr. Third, always open on 3rd down or 4th and 6. You know what I mean? DeMarco coming out, Lawrence Dunbar coming out of the backfield. I mean, we just got so many weapons, man. So many weapons, man. And we just got so many weapons, man. Tony Romo playing MVP level, efficiency level. Cole Beasley and Mr. Third Down, Jason Witten getting open, working in the middle of the field. Dez Bryant, Terrence Williams, who made the big play. You know what I mean? Terrence Williams, like I said, he had the 2 touchdowns against Detroit. Dez only had, what, 3 catches, something like that. So Terrence Williams made the plays. Lance Dunbar, DeMarco Murray coming out of the backfield. Our offensive line, the best offensive line in football, run blocking, pass protection. I mean, we just come at you in so many different ways. Pick your poison. Pick your poison, man. You know what I'm saying? How do you want us to beat you? You know, I mean, it's just so dominant, man. And they're gonna have, I mean, not just them, all teams. See whoever, Seattle, Carolina, Patriots, whoever. They're gonna have time. I mean, if we were able to put up 24 points against that Detroit's defense, we can score against anybody. And Detroit's defense is for real, man. For real. Green Bay's defense is not Detroit's defense. No doubt about that. You know what I mean? No doubt about it. They're not their defense, man. You know what I'm saying? And say we're running the ball, we built for that cold weather. No doubt. You know what I mean? So I know the Cowboys don't usually put one corner on one wide receiver their entire game. But if we can match up Orlando Scandrick on Jordy Nelson, that's a pretty solid match. I can see, I can see neither guy having a clear advantage. You know what I mean? In that particular matchup. But Rob Marinelli and our coach, we don't normally do that. You know what I mean? Like last week, they had Brandon Carr on Megatron with a safety over the top for a majority of the game. And that was a miss. Like I said in my reaction video after the game, I kind of felt sorry for him. He had no chance. Absolutely no chance, man. But if we can put Scandrick, I mean, if you look at it, Scandrick hasn't given up a big play all year. I mean, none. I mean, you can't say he's a shutdown corner because he don't have the interceptions to go with it, and our defense isn't that good and things like that. But I mean, if you look at it, quarterbacks aren't throwing the ball his way. Why is that? Why is that? I mean, if you really think about it, Scandrick hasn't given up a big play. Not saying he's a shutdown corner. He's got to do it a little bit longer. He's having a good year. Can you do it for 2 years and 3 years? Things like that. Now, but he's not giving up the big play. The one time they did kind of go his way on Sunday, they threw it the Golden Tate up the seam, and their feet got tangled up and he fell down. But he was right. I mean, it would have took a pinpoint accurate throw, which is almost virtually impossible. He was right there. He hasn't given up the big play, man. You know what I mean? So if we can do that matchup, hey, then Brandon Carr and Randall Cobb, you know, as great as Aaron Rodgers is now, hey, we play defense out here now. You know what I mean? That's just something that I'm thinking about, but I doubt they do that. I wish they would, but I doubt it, man. I feel confidence in our defense, especially if we can get DeMarcus Lawrence and Anthony Spencer coming off the edge. Hey, man. Hey, now we can go do that, because the strength of our defense is our linebackers, especially when Rolando McClain play. We play how we've been playing all year. Number 8 against the run, stopping the run, slowing down Eddie Lacy, you know, maybe giving them 70, 80 yards, something like nothing, you know, outrageous, and make them one-dimensional, which is kind of what they are already. As great as Aaron Rodgers is, you know what I'm saying? But if you're one-dimensional, we know hey, we're going to make some plays. The pass rush is going to get to you eventually, you know what I mean? We're going to tip a play, because over the last few weeks, we were racking up, our defense is racking up, the last few weeks, racking up turnovers and sacks. I mean, look at it in the month of December, man. I mean, we're coming. We are coming, man. I can't wait. The video's getting kind of long, man. I'm just excited, man. I feel calm. I know it's hard to say go to Lambeau and wait. They've been playing all year at home. Probably the regular season MVP Aaron Rodgers, the numbers he's putting up, especially at home, to say, no, I feel confident going to Lambeau. But I do. Man, I'm just being for real, man. I'm just being for real. Our strength is their strength. I mean, their strength and our strength and their weaknesses. I mean, our weaknesses and their strength. It says it could be a shootout. You know what I mean? But we definitely have more. We're the most balanced team in the league. Nobody has it. But compared to them, we're definitely way more balanced. You know what I mean? No doubt about it, man. If we can just, I think maybe we should put more. I wish we do. I know Rob Marinelli won't put Scandrick on Jordy Nelson for the entire game. Put him on him and see what happens. If Orlando Scandrick, if he's the guy that I think he's becoming, hey now, if he's the guy I think he's becoming, put him on Jordy Nelson and see what Aaron Rodgers can. Now, I'm not knocking Aaron Rodgers. See how he adjusts, man. He doesn't have a Jason Witten and a Cole Beasley. I mean, he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have the running game, the offensive line to turn to. You know what I mean? I wish we would do that, but I doubt it. But the reason why I am confident because the brand of football that we play. This year's Cowboys and the brand of football that we play is the reason why I'm confident. We are built to go up to Lambeau and be successful. We're built for it, man. We're going to run the ball. They have a hard time stopping the run. They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Clay Matthews. Is he going to come off the edge? He's going to stop the run, things like that. Hey, you know what I mean? We're going to be tough to deal with, man. I don't want it to be a shootout. I don't want it to be that way. On the road, you never know what can happen. I don't want it to be a shootout. But if it gets to be in the way Romo was playing, I mean, Romo led the league in QBR, higher than Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? He led the league in passing yards per attempt, higher than Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so he's playing efficient football. I mean, Rodgers and Romo are two of the only 4 quarterbacks this year to throw 30+ touchdowns and single-digit interceptions. You know what I mean? That's impressive. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't want it to be a shootout, but if it is, I'm starting to trust Romo. I'm really starting to put a lot of trust, because if he was going to throw a pick, he would have did it in the wild card game. I know he was tempted to throw the ball up in tight coverage. That's what the old Romo would have done. I know he was tempted to do that. I know he was, you know what I mean? But he didn't do it. Not saying he won't do it in Green Bay, but you know what I'm saying? If he would have done, he definitely would have done it last week. But he didn't, and sure enough, we fought, we came back, and we won that game. You know what I mean? Green Bay's #1 in the league as far as points per game. I think like 30.4 points per game. We're #4, 29.2 a game. I mean, we match up very even. You know what I mean? They're giving up, I want to say like just over 6 yards a play. Not giving up. They're average like 6 yards a play. We average just over 6 yards a play. You know what I mean? So everybody's talking about Aaron Rodgers, but football is the ultimate team game. It's a team game, man. Team sport. As great as he is, it's going to be tough to go all the way by yourself, man. When he won the Super Bowl in 2010, their defense was solid that year. Their defense is, I mean, not that good that year, so it's going to put a lot of pressure on on Aaron Rodgers. Not saying he can't do it, but I'm telling you, the boy's human. Everybody's human. You know what I mean? It's a team game, and it's basically like it's Aaron Rodgers versus the Dallas Cowboys. We have the more complete, better team compared to the greatness of Aaron Rodgers. That's kind of what this game is coming down to. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, I'm going to go for the team. I mean, I'm always going to go for it. It's not like, you know, in the NBA, guy like Michael Jordan or LeBron, somebody like that, they can carry you for one game and just go take over the game. But it's football, man. I don't care. That just can't happen. it can't happen, man. I don't care how good of an arm you have, how quick of a release you have. It just can't happen. And that's what I think it is. It's the team versus the greatness of one player. And that's what this game, to me, is kind of boiling down to. And I'm going to go with the team. I'm going to go with a more complete, better team. You know what I mean? That's what I'm confident. You know, people say, oh, you're a dome team, things like that. You can't really travel. We're a dome team, but the way we play football, I mean, it's perfect for that. Then you look at Aaron Rodgers, his record at home in Lambeau in the cold weather, it ain't that good. He's not putting up great numbers. Just look at the numbers. You know, even though this year playing very well, especially at home. You know what I mean? But we're playing excellent on the road. So something's got to give. Dominant home team, dominant road team. Something's got to give. You know what I mean? But I'm excited, man. I definitely see us moving on, man. I see us moving on. I just think we're the better overall team. And that's the better overall team, man. Anyway, man, this your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.